All right, yo. So we did record some stuff last night. We are just making some home remedies that very simple and very effective. We're gonna share it privately. If you happen to end up seeing it, if there's something inside there that could help you or help someone, feel free to share it also. We're not gonna post it on social media because a lot of the posts that going up with simple remedies that very effective and helping a lot of people in these times right now are getting blocked and labeled as false news and stuff like that. So this is just straight up private link. I mean, you could look at it, you could take what you want from it. If there's nothing there for you to use, then just leave it alone, go about your business, right? We would be doing some more things because you have everybody have access to different kitchen herbs that they might have, kitchen spices that they could use, and you could apply it in many ways. So this is what we did last night. I hope there's something inside it that you could take and use if you need to help yourself or help somebody else. Right at the end of it, I would put up a number that you could call, and that number they will be able to put you in contact with a local herbal artist if you choose to, because some of us still have a lot of herbs and stuff, right, available. Some of us have teas that help with infections, especially in the lungs and stuff like that. So you could reach out to them, talk to them and see what they could offer. We will do more videos. Definitely we'll have them up on the website only. We're not posting anything on social media, and we will share it to whoever wants it. And that's it. And as I say, use it because it's very simple, it's very effective. Once you understand how viruses work, just like any virus, we address it the same way. This one is more aggressive, of course. But is it really that aggressive, or is it that the body is so weak, right? It doesn't have what it needs to actually fight against the virus, right? So this is what we do. We look and see what we have in the kitchen that we could use to help the body fight the fight against the virus, bacteria, whatever you want to call it, right? And this is what we would do. This is what I would do, right? In the event if all I had was what is in my kitchen. All right. And, I hope it's explained pretty good. The conversation in the background also was very helpful. So, look out for more videos. And as I said, use it, share it, and we go from there.
What I'm gonna do now, you know, I'm just gonna make some videos because, as I said, they asked me to do something. If you all want, you could look at it. You could comment, you could say, you could share your share information if you did it before and stuff like that. And we're gonna go from there because if you're in your kitchen right now and you need assistance, and it's just what I have, right? And that's what I look for. And I'm gonna work with no set of herbs here. It's just what we have in the kitchen normally, right? Being that we're dealing with this virus, right? It attacks first anything type of entry to the body. It's those five tonsils, right? In the head area and neck area. So they get inflamed. You develop the cough. You can't get rid of the cough. This is why you have your ginger, right? You have your ginger, you could actually eat your ginger just like that if you cannot, because a lot of people just don't eat this way, right? So if you have the ginger, you could actually chop your ginger up, and you ain't gotta do no fancy cutting and all of that, because what we're gonna do right here, we're gonna take our ginger, we're gonna squeeze these two oranges, put them in the blender with the garlic, and then we're gonna strain that shit off and drink it, right? And that right there, remember, this virus or any virus, it cannot take heat. It cannot take heat. This is why the immune system kicks in. The immune system kicks in and the body heats up, right? There's steps to heating up, and 9 times out of 10, when your body heats up, that means those B cells are under attack. They cannot withstand the bombardment from the virus. So if they can't withstand that, then the body heats up, right? And as it heats up, you have all your, what they call it, natural killer cells and your T cells coming out to, do some damage, find these things and get rid of them, right? So if you have oranges, I mean, citrus is good. You know that. And this is why you see it online, all the citrus that they add into, what they call it. They added the citruses and stuff like that to steams where you put your head over it, cover with a towel, and you get something going, right? And I'm gonna blend this down and drink it so you all could see that I'm drinking this shit too. It's not just making it and have it there. No, I want this thing in my body too. Because the more fire I have in my body, the more I could deal with whatever the bacteria and stuff is and the viruses. Here I put like 3 cloves of garlic, and give me a quick second. You all could talk in the meantime. I'm gonna blend this down and bring it back and show you all. Simple as this, right? Simple as this, especially if you have people that with the weak digestive system and the virus is going down into the digestive tract now, then something like this will be very helpful because it will help move the bowels also, right? And if that was the case, I would definitely add a piece of aloe, right? Because the aloe will help cleanse the GI tract, right? You don't want anything sitting in your GI tract, right? Just multiplying. So you want to clear it out. You add some aloe to this and you drink it down the same way. And I like fire, so I'm going to add the cayenne pepper. It's what I have. I work with what I have. This will make a nice shot. All right, give me a second.
I was listening to a lecture this week on Mountain Rose Herbs on their podcast, and the speaker was talking about people that had IBS and digestive disorders. And so she was recommending herbs for that, but she was talking a lot about how people that take stuff like for antacid or acid reflux, that those people are susceptible, especially to digestive disorders, but that was also going to affect the respiratory system. So it's interesting that we're saying that now kind of like in the reverse, or talking about the respiratory system as it's impacting the colon, the GI tract. But it was interesting that she was saying that you really have to be careful of the population that is taking those antacids because they're lowering their stomach acid, and then they're going to be more susceptible to like foreign pathogens and getting infected. So I was also thinking about that population, those people that regularly take the antacid, being somebody that's going to be also kind of vulnerable in this time of coronavirus because they're regularly just making their levels of their stomach acid low. So they're not going to have what they need basically to fight off the infections. So this seems like a good thing for that too.
And then that's so true because, when you taking all them damn Tums and all that shit, you're not doing anything but destroying your digestive system. And we know that what 80% of your immune system is in the digestive tract. So I mean, anybody want that shot? You see how simple this is? Now, if you having symptoms, you take a shot like this every so often. You don't have to make a small batch. You make a big batch and have it in the fridge, right? And drink it every so often, every hour on the hour or whatever, right? And clear out your system, right? No virus ain't surviving in no cayenne pepper. Come on, come on. Now, let me show you something. With this also, now we made this drink. If you have some lemon, say you didn't have oranges, right? You have your lemon, you squeeze some lemons inside there. Lemons carry more fire than oranges, right? Now, if you want, you could add some more garlic to it too, but this is if they have issues with a lot of throat issues. Is when you add the honey, so you thicken it up a little bit, and this way when you put it, you take a teaspoon of this, you put it on your tongue, it goes down slow, right? This right here could take some more honey. Since I pick up a small ass glass.
If you're adding some cayenne to it, would you also maybe, if you have it, add some cloves?
Cloves? Yes, if you have clove, if you have cinnamon, you know, any of the fire herbs that you have in the kitchen, right, you could add it to it. It don't matter. Cloves, you could put cloves directly in your mouth to deal with some type of infection that is in your throat or anything like that. Right? All we want to do is get rid of the infection. Once we get rid of the infection, help the body get rid of the infection, everything else is gravy after that. Then it's just to eat right. You know, you can't go directly into cooked food. You know, because any type of cooked food, you're making the body work harder.
Folks, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If you dealing with someone who has like they have a lot of pain or like sinus issues,
Mm-hmm.
so if they can't tolerate cayenne pepper,
Mm-hmm.
I guess my question is more of like, how is it? Because technically the sinuses is in the head, right? So
Mm-hmm.
blood-brain barrier we have to think about, right? So
Mm-hmm. No,
what am I? No.
not really, right?
Okay.
Because with the sinus pressure that they're feeling, right, the mucus is being produced, and it's being produced to protect the brain,
Right.
right? So it's on the outside, so
Okay.
nothing gets inside
So it's
the
not
brain.
crossing that barrier. It's the mucus that's okay.
Yeah, it's the mucus that's building, and as it builds, it creates pressure, right?
Got it.
Because it has to produce so much. We're not giving the body anything to help get rid of whatever is in the head, whatever bacteria or parasite that's in the head. So if we don't do that, the body will continue to produce the mucus to protect the brain. This thing tastes real good, yo. Oh my god.
It looks really
Mano.
good.
Oy, oy, oy. He hot though. He hot. Bumper clot, he hot. My nose start to run already. You see what I'm saying? So when you drink something like this, all your sinuses, all your tonsils and them adenoids and your tonsils and all of that, they start to drain because now you give the body something to work with. Once you give the body something to work with, all that bacteria that's in there, that virus that's in there has to come out. It's not going to stand up against cayenne pepper. It's not going to stand up to what do you call it, to ginger. it's definitely ain't standing up to garlic, right? And just it's simple things like that. It's just the reason why people getting so sick and falling down because the body is so weak, man. We don't feed the body correctly. It's sad to say, but it is real, right?
So, are you
Hmm.
making a video for this one as well?
A video?
Yep,
Well,
it's on
I
recording.
think it's recording, right?
Yes.
No, because you mentioned that you were gonna make a video so that like we can share like through
I'm,
privately on YouTube or
I'm.
something.
You know what? I'm just gonna cut this one up and put this one up out for now.
Okay.
Um, the one with the super tonic. Oh shit, my body's heating up. I gotta take this sweater off. Hold on. The one with the super tonic that we made. I might do the same thing with that and put
Okay.
that out there. If people could find horseradish, I mean, because all you know, whoever tasted the super tonic knows how that should go down.
That shit is crazy.
That super tonic don't play.
I just inhale it and already my body is like waking up like, what's going on?
I'm almost out of mine. I'm trying to like really
Where's
ration it to myself.
the video for the super tonic? I wasn't here for that.
It's in the how to put it, it's in the training room. It's not open to everybody yet.
Okay.
So I have to like edit it, cut pieces out.
So how would you compare this that you're making today to the super tonic? Because I'm almost out of the super tonic.
I would say the super tonic is definitely more aggressive, because of the horseradish,
Okay.
right? When you blend, when you put your super tonic ingredients together, and with all the pepper that we use in the super tonic, and then we hit it with the horseradish, just blending it alone, taking off that cap and inhaling, will clear up people's sinuses just like that, right? Because it is that aggressive,
And you can
right?
get so many more uses out of it because, you know, we put the hope on the salad and that was really good. I was putting it
Yes.
on a sandwich, everything.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. You want to put these things in the body, flood the body with it, right? Don't worry, you could go back to eating McDonald's and Burger King and stuff like that if you want later on. But right now, it's not a time for that. All right? You have to let people know. Now, what I'm doing here, for those of you who may have reservations of giving babies herbs to drink, this is what we're going to do. We're going to keep it real simple. Just going to make a small bit of this. Right? You have your baby, and your baby is screaming, they're hot, the temperature is going up. You know, you call 911, whatever they instruct you to do. If they tell you stay home and do nothing else, well, then this is what you do. While you wait, you get some garlic. You chop that shit up, right? Because you want to break it up so it starts releasing all those compounds. As you do that, now you could either use paper, you can use some of this because I don't really have this type of material in the house, but I have it here, which is the plastic saran wrap. Right, you're gonna take the saran wrap because you wanna keep this at the bottom of the baby's feet. Right, you wanna keep it to the bottom of the baby's feet. You get some olive oil, whatever oil you have, whether it's olive, whether it's coconut. You put some in here. Right, and if you want, you could also just give it a next crush again as you add the oil to it. Just crush it again, let it mix in pretty good. And this is what you're gonna add to the baby's feet. If you have some lavender flowers, you could also put that in there. It will relax them a whole lot. put this on the baby's feet, right? And you kind of put the saran wrap. You don't want to wrap up the whole foot, right? You want air. So just, if this is the foot, you put it below here and just wrap it. So you rest your foot on there and you wrap it like this. You put a socks on it, right? By the time morning or even before that, when your baby look at you and smile, you'll be like, oh my God, because the breath will be smelling like straight garlic, right? The garlic was going to penetrate through the body, carrying all its antiviral and antibacterial properties through the body. And hopefully, right, it will knock out whatever is in there. That infection is causing that baby to have that fever. Now, when you do that, because I just don't want you to do this, remember, the baby is heating up or the child is heating up, whichever one. What I would do is keep the fever wet. This is what we call keeping the fever wet. So you get ice packs. If you don't have ice packs, all the frozen foods that you have in the freezer, you start using them, right? You don't put them directly on the child, under the arms, in the groin area, right? You wrap it in a piece of cloth, the same cloths that we use to wrap the elder syrup in. You wrap it in that cloth and you stick it in the groin area, you stick it under the arms, and you keep that child cool, you monitor them, right? It's all about keeping the fever wet. You give them water to drink. If your child drinks herbs already, when you don't know, what do you call it? Red raspberry, right? Red raspberry, I don't know what it is with them and children, but they drink that shit like it's nothing. I had a 3-month-old, 3-month-old drink red raspberry with no sweetener, no added anything to it. All right? But that's just me. You make it, you decide, right? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I would do in this case if this is all I had, right? All I had was what was in my kitchen. Yeah, so that's about it for the children when it comes to, right? Simple enough? It's simple enough, right? We ain't making nothing hard. We're making nothing difficult. Now, after you make all of this, right, and don't forget, you could make a tea out of garlic. You could make garlic tea also. Just break them shits up, throw them in the pot with some water and steep it, right? Same thing with the ginger. If the virus has entered your GI tract, you will be nauseous. You wouldn't want to eat. You might feel like you want to vomit. This is because the body is trying to expel the virus or the bacteria that is in there. Now, ginger is something that keeps stuff down, right? And it opens a way. It creates a one-way. So if you do make the ginger tea, the one thing you have to do is sip it. You cannot just drink it, guzzle it down. If you guzzle it down, you might throw it back up. So with the ginger, even if you add ginger and garlic to it, you just sip the tea as you go along, right? And if you want to add some, squeeze a little lemon in it. No sugar. No sugar in none of these things here. Right? If you want to use honey, that's fine, but no sugar, please. Anything else? All you think we could make from all these things I have on this table here?
Yes, the steam.
The steam. Let me see. Steam should be pretty easy, right?
The same thing, but just heated, right?
Yeah, just you put your peels in. This is why we save our peels and we put them to dry. These is fresh because obviously I don't have the dry ones with me. If this was water, it would be warm water, not too hot. Right? And then once the steam is coming up, you could add different things to this. No, I'm not gonna. Actually, you know what? I could, because I don't know about you all, but this right here is a good tea that I'm gonna drink tonight. Say this is clove. This would be clove, right? Clove is a kitchen herb. Nobody will really have wild cherry bark as a kitchen herb, right? But if you add clove, you could add it to there. And basically any one of these essential oils, you could choose eucalyptus, peppermint. Reason why you want like the mints and stuff like that is because they pull oxygen into the body, right? So you have your antibacterial, antiviral stuff in here, right? You have your big ass towel over your shoulders, and the steam is coming up, and you just cover your head, and you take your time and breathe this in. It's not going to destroy your mucous membranes and cause what, to the degree burns, that's what they say?
Yeah, the other day. First degree.
First degree burns, it's not going to cause that because you're not going to sit over a flaming pot of water, right? Anybody knows that, all right? Simple stuff like that you could do, and this right here will help you a whole lot because, and not only through your nostrils, open your mouth also and alternate. Breathe through your mouth, breathe through your nostrils because, you know, the tonsils is there, they inflamed too. The adenoids, they inflamed too. So you want to alternate it, and as you alternate it, you get the relief that you need because now you're giving the body what it needs to get the job done.
Sequoia said citrus vinegar.
I didn't hear you.
I was asking you would add cayenne pepper to it as well?
Pepper to it?
Cayenne.
No, I wouldn't add cayenne to it. I mean, you could. If that person loves pepper, I would, you know, but you don't really have to because, you know, you're working with a lot of fire herbs already. You're working with citrus peels, right? You know, anytime you peel citrus and it splashes in your eye, that shit burns, right? You know, so all of that fire is in here. All of that fire element is in here, right? And this is why the virus that is hanging around and your body is holding at bay, right? They cannot withstand this. They have to go. As simple as that, right? And make a tea with it too and drink some. If this is all you have, this is what you do. Not only steam with it, but drink it. Don't steam and have all your boogers dropping in here and then go and hot it up and add some honey and drink it down, right? We're not doing that. You split it half and half, right? You make some tea and then you use the steam to steam your face.
What if the peels that you had were like when I was asking you what should I start doing with my lemon and my orange peels? So if the peels are already dried, let's say for instance I had a lot of oranges and it wasn't enough to just make one round of that stuff and I'm just saving it, would I use the dried onion, orange and lemon peel?
Yeah.
Okay. And in this concoction right there that you just have, it's orange, lemon, cinnamon, cloves. Did you have ginger in it or garlic?
No, I didn't add the ginger or garlic.
Okay.
Would you make a chest compress out of like similar things?
Yes. Somebody asked me that today. Who was it? Somebody asked me that today. So if I was making a chest compress, right? They call it poultice, they call it plasters, you know, all kinds of names. I would use the garlic. If I had onions, I would definitely slice up some onions and put it in there also. Onions is very good when it comes to clearing out your lungs. There's an onion paste that you could make. It takes a little doing, but it could be done. To make the paste for your chest, more likely I'll do just like this right here. But as I say, if I have the onions, I would add it What I do have, which most people don't have, is what do you call it? Mustard seeds, right? And we know mustards carry a lot of heat. Mustard seeds carry a lot of heat. So when you make your compress, what the oh shit, sorry. When you make your compress with your your garlic, if you have mustard seeds, obviously you're gonna crush everything up, right? You're gonna crush everything up. We're gonna put it in here. If you have thyme, right? If you have oregano, I do have some oregano here somewhere. Yeah, there's some oregano here. I don't really buy these small packs of stuff. I buy kind of bulkish. I don't like spending too much money over there, but I would definitely add some oregano to this, right? Because we know oregano penetrates heat, and this is what we want when we're making something that is topical to penetrate the skin, the body, and stuff like that. You definitely need the right oils, but if this is all you have, you work with what you have.
Now, Tooks, the oregano that you just added, now
Mhm.
is that you're talking about for the compress, or is that related to like the compress as well as the baby's foot too, or?
No, this is for the compress.
Okay, that's just for the compress.
Yeah, but it wouldn't do any damage to no baby either because it is food.
Oregano. Okay.
All we're working with is food here,
Mm-hmm.
right? Let me do this right here. Let me do it right. What I will do is let me get a bowl. This way, if people see it and they really want to try it, they don't have a piece of plastic and trying to do all that. If we do it, we do it right? So you have your garlic in here. You have oregano. Right, and actually I would add more garlic to this.
What would be the best oil for that?
I would use what do you call it? Come on, y'all, help me. Tell me what's the best oil
Mustard oil.
that you use for this? Huh?
Mustard oil.
I would use olive
Mustard?
oil.
Yeah.
Mustard oil would be nice too, but I would use castor oil.
Castor oil. That's
Yeah.
what I said. Castor oil.
Yeah. I would definitely put some castor oil in here because that shit is gonna penetrate the chest like crazy, right? And if you, well, let me leave that out. That's going a little deep into, because you could add clay to this and actually have it like pulling and stuff like that. Where you
What kind of clay would you add?
I would use the bentonite.
Bentonite.
Yeah. Right. And you'll make this into a paste. It would not be this liquidy because you would have more stuff in here. Now, if this is where the powders come into play. If you don't have the powders like clove powder, like cinnamon powder, star of anise powder, and you do have a grinder, well, you grind that shit down and you put it in here and you mix it up. And then all you need is some old t-shirt, cloth, flannel if you want, and you lay it out, right? You lay it out. I don't have any, but you lay it out and you fold it over, and once you have it ready, you rest it on the chest. And when you rest that on the chest now, depending on the situation, you could add something warm to the top of it.
So like a pillow that you could heat up could be something like, the ones that have the rice or things inside. Would that work? Or what would you use to heat it? A water bottle?
You could use the water bottle.
A water bottle, okay.
Which powders did you say, Tooks?
Clove, cinnamon, star anise,
Okay.
right? Any one of them in powders. Because,
You said to fold it over so you're not putting any of this directly on
So question, so
Mhm.
would it make sense to take all of this if you have a Vitamix and mix it all together with the castor oil and make it like a paste?
Oh hell yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
That way
if
it's
you
like
if you,
real pasty.
yeah, if you have a blender, right? Utilize your blender, right? I'm just doing it from scratch. Like this is what I have. I have a knife, I have a spoon, and I have some things that I normally eat, right? But if you have a blender, if you have a food processor, use it,
Mm.
right? Make it into a paste where you could actually put it on your chest and it will lay flat, right? Because if you chunk it up like this, I mean, you could cut this up some more, obviously, but you want it to lay flat on your chest and you want it to penetrate. As it penetrates now and it reaches the lungs, then any bacteria that is in there is gonna get destroyed. As simple as that. There's nothing else it could do. It
Would
can't
you
run
al-
anywhere.
would you also add some to the bottom of the feet if you're taking care of the chest?
Yeah, you could, right? Don't think that this is just one way for this, right? Because if I take the oils out of this, I'll make a tea also and drink, right? And all of you drinking teas, remember your body still needs to be hydrated. So every cup of tea you drink 2 to 3 cups of water.
And how long would you do this on the chest?
Are you
Um, I would do no more than I would say maybe 6 to 8 minutes at a time, especially if you're using castor oil, right? If you're
So
just using it,
you would take that off and then reapply it.
yes.
So this wouldn't be good for someone, say that this is not for children, is it?
No, I wouldn't. You wouldn't have to put this on a child.
Okay, so this isn't, you don't tell someone to, they can sleep with this for the 8 hours. So,
Oh
I know
no,
when
no,
okay.
no. You don't sleep with these things on. Mm-mm. Only if it's you. We talk about, if I put this on my child's foot at night, right? Um, that's completely different. But when we resting things on the chest and stuff like that, 9 times out of 10 it wouldn't stay. But if you're using like castor oil and stuff like that that penetrates deep into the body, no, you don't want it on there too long at all. If that castor oil hits other stuff, depending on how much you put, the body could start eliminating. And when I mean eliminating, start having ball movements and all kinds of stuff that you
What
didn't
about the
trigger.
paste for the babies? How long would you recommend that to stay on the chest?
Under the feet, that could stay all night.
Okay.
I
Hmm.
think Tracy Mack is trying to ask a question, but I think she's having difficulty being heard. I don't know if it's the
Okay.
phone, but she asked, does this go directly to the skin?
This one here,
Yeah, I
if
think
it
she's.
no, it doesn't go directly to the skin. You put it in your t-shirt. You find some old cotton t-shirt that you have. Um, Try and stay away from the synthetic material because then you're dealing with something else. Um, yeah, just stay with the cotton material. Even if you have cheesecloth and you put it on there, you layer it and then you put it on the chest.
Could you add essential oils to this, like eucalyptus or peppermint?
You could just don't put too much, all right? Because we know how that goes. Too much of that oil could actually burn your skin.
Burn, yeah. So would you recommend like the eucalyptus like infused oils, like, you know, if we infuse
The
olive
leaves
oil with,
itself?
yeah.
Oh yeah. If you have olive oil and you could infuse it, or you have the infusion already made,
Mm-hmm.
definitely. Listen, I will rub them down with it. I will rub the body down with it,
Right. Okay.
right? And
Because
even
that's
if
not
you
as
have,
harsh as the essential oils. The essential oils are a lot purer.
yes, right? And even if you have the essential oils and you just want to put like 2 drops in, let's say what, in a cup of oil, right? Say you didn't have none of this and you have maybe oregano oil, tea tree oil, peppermint oil, right? And you have
Mm-hmm.
olive oil. Within a cup of olive oil, what I would do, I'll put maybe 2 drops of each, right? Mix that together. And as I mix that together, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to rub the whole body down with it, right?
Okay.
And I'm going to make sure and get the chest. I'm going to make sure and get behind the ears. I'm going to make sure and get just a little under the nostrils there. I'm going to make sure and get the neck, right? And more than likely, I'm going to hit them spots a second and a third time, right? Because when you look at it, you want to see how the body will absorb and it will disappear, right? And as
And
it disappears, go ahead.
that could be okay. That rub down would be fine for like children and babies.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Just as I say, just don't make it too strong, right?
Okay.
You should be able to how to put it, boy. You should know, right? Just maintain that. You do not need a whole lot. It's not going to harm them in any way, but we don't want no problems with the skin or anything like that. So
Right.
less is more.
Question.
Mhm.
Could you also take this chest compress and put it on the back? Because you know sometimes when you have congestion, you chop the back to break it up. Could you
Mhm.
also put it on the back? Like put it on the chest first and then flip and put it on the back?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Thank you.
Right? And everybody, well, providing everybody know where the lungs is, right? Because not every sometimes it might sound funny, but not everybody knows where the lungs are. You know, some of them point to the lower chest, but it's more to the top, more to the upper, right? So once they know where the lungs is, go and Google it, see where the position of the lungs is. That way, you know, you could have some direct connect there, right? And any type of pepper you have, you see, I have the whole peppers, um, I have the flakes, you know, any pepper you could use, you blending this together, right? Even if you have jalapenos in your kitchen and you don't have cayenne, use it. You're looking for heat, right? You're looking for heat that will go into the body and destroy bacteria. As simple as that. Destroy the virus, right? Because this is what most of these foods are. These foods are related to fire. This is why they're so hot. Worst case scenario, you don't have none of this and you just have garlic. Take your time with it because garlic will give you some burns in your mouth if you just decide to chew it. But once you chew on this and it explodes and release all the compounds in your mouth, I mean, it's going to go all the way up. It's going to go up in your nasal cavity. It's going to be everywhere.
You had us soak some garlic
Mm-hmm.
in a jar of some olive oil. I just left it just like that. There's no need for me to take it out and squeeze it or do anything. I mean, I'm just leaving it in the garlic, or is this something that we should actually take out after a while?
No, with the garlic oil, um, when you're ready, you blend it down, right? And once you blend it down now, you could pour, let it sit. All the garlic will fall to the bottom. Then you'll have the oil at the top. You pour out some of this oil in little bottles, and you could have garlic oil. And then with the garlic itself, we treat it just like the super tonic. Now you could take that garlic and you could apply it to your food, right? You could apply it to, I mean, whatever, garlic bread. You could
Hold up.
apply
So
it to
you said
salad.
to take that jar,
Mhm.
don't strain the garlic out of it. Just blend it with the oil just like that, and then let it fall to the bottom again because it'll probably separate.
Mhm. Yep.
Oh,
And once you
okay.
do that, now you have your garlic oil that you will use like people with ear infection and stuff like that.
That's where. Well, when I had an ear infection, I went to the jar. I grabbed put 2 drops in my ear and covered in each ear and covered it with a cotton ball and good to go.
Yeah. Right. So you keep it
Okay, so
simple and you
question.
keep it effective.
I have a question. How long should we is it the same 6 weeks for the garlic oil?
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
right. But we could accelerate stuff.
Yes, I know that, but I mean, if you don't really need it at the moment,
Yeah.
you could
I
do
mean,
it 6 weeks.
listen, if you need it at the moment, you have a nice blender. I would say, blend that shit down in your oil. Um, don't let it heat up too much, right? But you blend it down in your oil and then just put it there. I would say use the garlic in the oil, right? If you're using it. If not, and you definitely could strain it off if you want also, but the garlic will be in there. Garlic is that powerful.
Now, could you also blend it up like you said, but then turn around and put more oil in there and just set it. Use what you need and then just fill it back and put more oil in it and just let it sit to make the garlic oil.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Mm-hmm.
Because there would still be a lot in the garlic.
Yes. Okay.
Although you blend it down.
And we're making this with olive oil.
You could make it with olive oil. You could make it with what other oils out there? Coconut
Sunflower.
oil, sunflower oil. Yep.
Okay.
Grapeseed.
Grapeseed
oil.
oil.
Mm-hmm.
Safflower oil.
Sesame.
Sesame oil.
Apricot oil.
Okay.
Okay.
Either one.
Avocado.
Right?
Coconut oil.
Yes. Just know the coconut oil will harden a little, right? So if you're using coconut oil, you want to keep it warm where it actually stays in this liquid form to actually bind and pull out the stuff from the garlic.
This oil compress that you have right now feels like something that if you made, like it kind of feels like remoulade. Like if you just made a little batch of it, you could, if somebody was sick in your household, you could apply it to food and then also just have some like 4 chest compress that was ready to go. But if you mix that with like super tonic, you could have salad dressing or you could dress vegetables. But it just feels like something you could kind of, if somebody was sick or if you was worried about it in your home, you could just kind of keep a batch of it and then eat it and put it on your body.
Yes. And that right there is it. Right? Because we not putting anything on the body that we can't eat. Right? If we can't eat it, we're not putting it on the body. Right? Because what we're looking for is energy. This is what the body is. The body is energy. And what we get from these type of things is energy. The energy that it brings, yes, people say it's medicine. We don't deal with medicine. Straight up, I don't deal with medicine. I deal with energy. I see what medicine does to people. So I'm not going to call this medicine. But I understand the word play. And this is what people will call it. Oh, it's plant medicine. Da, 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 da. This is energy. You eat this, you get energized, right? Because as you said, you could flip this into some type of salad, some type of dressing, whatever you want. And the same way how you use it on your chest to help fight the infection, right? You take some on the inside, right? You take some on the inside and it does the same thing to help cleanse out the system, right? And that's what we're looking for. We attack it from every angle. I don't give a sorry. I don't care, right? We attack it from every angle, right? We need nothing at chance because we don't have to. Because we know this ain't gonna kill nobody. This is food. This is normal food. You know? Yes, some people might gag and stuff when they eat it because they don't eat it like this. But if they want the body to get the help that it needs, they will swallow it down real quick. You tell somebody that shit right there gonna clear up their lungs. I guarantee you they eat it, especially in this time of year. I don't mean to laugh, but it is what it is. It's not that we telling people, I say it's like this. um, plant-based people are made fun of all the time. Vegans, no matter what, hey, once you ain't eating meat, you getting laughed at, right? Everybody has their jokes. That's fine. But when you see the time come now, and the body has to fight, right? At least your body has a fighting chance compared to, the norm, the standard diet, that pyramid shit, right? At least your body have a chance now to fight.
Interesting, because the people I went to college with who actually used to make fun of me because I was vegetarian. I was 19. There was no other vegetarian on the campus, and I see them DMing me asking me what they should take.
Yeah.
It's very interesting, and they had all the jokes.
Mm-hmm. That's how it go. That's how it go. Let me see what else, boy. Now, I mean, to get your digestive, your stomach to produce the right amount of acid and stuff like that. Simple thing is aloe. You start getting this and you're eating it, and what it will do, it will bring back your stomach pH. This way, the bacteria doesn't have free access to your GI tract, right? If people have this, they use it. I just putting this out there because not everybody have access to herbs right now, right? But you all know some of the good digestive ones like gentian and what I call that thing? Shit, even catnip. It's springtime. If you could find catnip out on the corner, I mean, hey, get it and start drinking it. It will cleanse your entire digestive system, right? You won't have to drink a lot. But catnip is something we use. Me personally, I will use for my baby, right? I will use for if I had babies, I would use catnip, right? To cleanse our whole GI tract so they're not, whatever bacteria that is in there has to go. It's not going to stay inside the body. It's not going to start multiplying and try to get past the liver to get on the inside. You know what I'm saying? If it's in the GI tract, we want it to stay right there so we could get it out. If you have colon cleanse, even better. Take some colon cleanse. You have Sene, take some Sene, but just remember, Sene it pulls a lot of water, right? So you have to drink a lot of water when you're taking Sene. You don't want to be dehydrated with a virus in your body, right? But with no kind of condition. You don't want to be dehydrated at all. Okay. Okay. You all, we did enough, right?
Oh my
And we,
gosh. Oh
and
my
we see
gosh. This was
Oh
so,
my.
listen, this was so good.
we saw the different ways that we could flip all these things,
With
Yes,
like
right?
so good.
few ingredients, very few that you could more than likely have in your kitchen right now.
Yes, you know, and you don't have to use all. You know, it's not about, oh, it has to be that strong. You know, just enough. You know, just enough, like just a little bit, and you put it. Little goes a long way, right? This way, you don't have to be running outside and buying groceries all the time and trying to come back in. This is what I'll tell you though. Once you start these type of things, um, you know, we talk about, I mentioned it before, try your best and don't do too much cooked food, but you have to fuel the body. So get your celery, you know, get your apple, get your kale or whatever greens you could find, juice it. Even if you don't have a juicer, you have that little bullet shit, right? Throw it in your bullet, grind it up, and just drink it down. It don't matter, right? Worry about taste later. When you rid the body of the virus, worry about taste later. You know, you don't care about nothing. You don't care how nothing tastes,
Yeah, but
especially if
wait,
you see.
that right there, I feel like if you mix that juice you just made with that oil right there, you would have a delicious salad dressing. Like, I just feel like those things right there would make something real fire.
As you say that too, I could see it. I could see it like a spicy, sweet type of. Oh my goodness! So this is what
It's
I'm
got
gonna
all the
do.
flavors, like, it's got everything right there.
You see what I'm saying? No, you are making me do stuff now. Oh my goodness!
It's
Because
so interesting
I have
how
to
you
try.
said it's so interesting how you said the thing about it doesn't matter like what it tastes like because for the virus when you have it, like you have no sense of taste and smell. And that made me realize
Mm-hmm.
your body's like trying to tell you back off. Like this is what you gotta do.
Exactly. Right? You ain't got no taste or no smell. So just drink that shit. Right? And when you drink it, you'll be like, oh, and you feel your chest open up, right? You feel your chest open up, you feel your lungs open up, and you just taking in that fresh air, that oxygen, you'll be so happy. You'll be like, yo, you'll be telling everybody what you did, right? And that's good. Share what you did because people need help out here,
Mm.
right? Don't hold on to it. Don't let them. You know, you don't have to post it on social media. Let's find a little bit of these days. I'm gonna chop this shit up. You don't have to post it on social media, right? For them to block it and label it as what do you call that shit? Oh, false news. That's what they
So are
call
you
it.
making a salad right now?
Hell yeah,
Regina got you making a salad.
Oh,
yo.
this is good. But see, this is why we're here because this is how we got this started. This is so good.
I
Because
love
I'm getting ready to go in my kitchen right now and make something.
I'm a big advocate for multi-purpose creation, so I am loving this right now. Is that a
Yeah.
cactus? Yes.
What?
Yeah,
Cactus?
no problem. No problem.
Yes.
Oh, no foul. Oh, wow. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, because also if you're sick or if you're taking care of people that are sick, it's not like you necessarily want to make something every time you want to take something every hour. So it's like if you can have things that are kind of ready or multi-purpose, that's like a extra win.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Right. Because you know it's your energy also. Remember that you need to you taking care of someone. You have to like yo. You gotta keep your minerals up, man. You gotta stay strong.
Mm.
And this is what we see, and we've seen a lot of the healthcare workers. They so care, and they love what they do, and they want to take care of people. But you gotta take care of yourself too. You gotta fuel the body. You don't fuel the body, you end up you end up in the same problem, same issue. So what we're gonna do here is gonna go back. We're gonna go way back.
This is looking so good. I'm getting hungry.
Listen, seeds and everything. I don't care. When the seeds get in my mouth, I spit it out. Listen. Yo. Yo.
Oh, that's that hot one. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be good.
Actually, you know what? What I'm going to do is here. I need just a little more pepper. It's in that hot.
I was just gonna say, you sure you don't want to sprinkle some cayenne pepper?
Yeah, let's do it some more. If the garlic was blended up a little more, I think it would have been a little more hot. But, right. And this is something that
so good.
You know what I'm saying? The amount of things that you could do with this right here is like, yo, come on,
the
man.
The colors alone, you're like hitting different parts of the body.
Talk to me now. What colors you all seeing?
I'm seeing yellow.
I'm seeing green for oxygen.
Yes.
Orange. You got the liver.
Purple from the garlic.
Oof. It's good, right?
If you also like steamed vegetables or stir fried the vegetables and then threw that on at the end, that also feels like it would be fire.
Yo. Regina, you starting trouble, man. I ain't playing with you tonight. Nope. I ain't throwing nothing on no fire.
You got enough fire in that container.
But those oranges that's got to like blend it out. That's so good.
It is.
And I got all that stuff in the kitchen except the no-pow.
Right? And this right here, you eat something like this. No, the body is not working extra hard to break this down.
Exactly.
Right? It's breaking it down quick and taking in pepper going down the wrong throat. It's breaking it down, taking in the nutrients and all this fiber that is left. That's ready to move. That's ready to push out whatever is in the colon and in the intestine. Right? So don't feel that there's nothing we could do. There's so much we could do with so little, right? And get the results. That's why I say we keep it simple and we keep it effective. And hopefully, when I cut out the first part of this video and share it, people could find something good about it, and maybe they could help themselves at this point in the game.
There's so much here to help them. Anybody.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Right? And then I would attach what they call it. I'll attach the number to it. And if they start calling, you all, hey, be ready. Right? That's our motto, right? Be ready so we don't have to get ready. This way we always ready. I don't give a shit. You could throw me anywhere. I know what to do. Right? And I will come on top, because you know what? Nature always wins. I don't care what's happening. Nature is winning. And if I say it's nature, well, I guarantee you I'm winning. I need to add some tomatoes to this thing. This
is the last one. But if you added like some tamari, sesame oil, or like sesame seeds, you could go in like another Asian direction.
Oh, damn.
Oh, it sounds like we got a chef here.
Yeah, definitely. She is a chef, though. She said so.
Okay, yeah, because I'm hearing the chef. Oh, wow.
I got some pumpkin seed. I got some roasted pepitas.
Ooh.
You know, and it mess with me too much. I throw some chia on there too.
Mm.
Yeah, that looks delicious. That's a nice late night snack right now.
Yes.
Yeah. This
Mm.
is, and it wouldn't keep you up, you know. You eat late and you're trying to digest food while you're sleeping. By the time I'm done cleaning up here, this is done, right? So you all, this is about it for the night. I hope you all could take something from it. Take something from here, and I'll show you all the end result tomorrow with the syrup.